$1,400 for this thing. That's crazy. So for today's video, we're going to be looking at the camera that I bought yesterday. We're going to test out and see if this is worth the $1,400 hefty price tag that we paid for this. So the reason why I bought this camera was because I needed something that was portable that I can have in my pocket on me at all times. I can't have my big camera on me at all times. It's just that's not the world that we live in. The main features of this camera is that it does have hyper frame rate, so you can shoot at like over 240 frames per second. It has a nice flip out screen right here. That way you can, do that daily vlog, or you can do like selfies and whatnot. It has a 1-inch sensor in here, so it has a bigger sensor than what you would find on your smartphone. Not as big of a sensor as you'd find on a camera like this one that I have right here, but it's a lot bigger, which means you can get lots of depth of field with your shots, as you'll see when I go through this video. And that's what it looks like when it turns on. It's a nice little lens right there that just shoots out. And this is what it looks like. I have work in about half an hour, so I have some time to do some testing. So we're gonna go a little bit further into the downtown area, and we're gonna test all of this out. Like two parallel lines. Apologies for the wind, it's very windy outside, but right now you're looking at footage on my regular camera, and now we're gonna switch over to this camera. All right, so now this is footage on the Sony RX100 M5 using the onboard microphone. As you guys can, I don't know which one looks better, but you guys can go ahead and tell me what the difference is as I walk around just like this, and you can kind of decide for yourself which one looks nicer. So I was looking back at some of the footage, and this camera really does pack quite a punch, but I can't keep testing now. I gotta go to work, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace. So I realized that I actually don't have work for another 30 minutes. I have a weird habit with that, where I always think I work sooner than I actually do. It's weird too, because I always check my schedule, so the fact that I checked my schedule today and I still didn't realize that it said 1:30 and not 1 o'clock, I think I need to see an eye doctor or something. But that's a good thing, so we can continue testing out this camera, this little compact camera, versus something like this that I usually shoot with on a daily basis. So for those of you guys that actually have never seen my camera before, the body looks like this. It's a Lumix G85 with a Rode video mic on the top. It has the kit lens on right now, but you can change out the lens. It shoots beautiful 4K video, 1080p, has a nice flip out screen right here. It's truly, in my opinion, the all-in-one package if you want to get into more higher end equipment when it comes to doing like a daily vlog or uploading things to YouTube. Now we're switched back to my main shooter, and this is just my, this is the camera that we're comparing it to. This camera here is almost $1,400. $1,400 for this thing. That's crazy. The real question that I'm trying to answer by doing this whole video experiment is to see whether or not this purchase is really worth the money. You can't change out the lens in here. This is what you get. You just get the lens that comes with on board, and you get no external mic support. So there's no like jack on here to put on an external mic. You're kind of just left with what you get, which is the RX100 M5. Because even with the camera that I have right here, I can change out the lens, I can buy a better microphone on the top. Like, there's a lot more flexibility with this. This one can record for a lot longer of time. I read some reviews on this thing, and apparently the battery life is horrendous on this. I'm not sure on that yet. I have to kind of do it and test it out for myself, but it's kind of unanimous that Sony cameras have bad battery life. So that is going to be a big trade-off with this camera. But it is a unanimous decision though that this is the best point and shoot camera that you can buy today, period. All right, so I did just come back from a party, as you guys can see right here. To get back to the main story of this video, is this camera right here, this Sony RX100 M5, is this worth the money at the end of the day? Somebody who wants an amazing point-and-shoot secondary camera and who has the means, totally go buy this camera. It's the best that money can buy. If you're thinking about getting your very first camera, I would look elsewhere. You can get a lot of punch for $1,500 spending your money on a totally different camera similar to the one that I have. Like, although this is nice and compact and you can get a lot of different shots with this, you're very limited in a lot of aspects without the microphone jack or without, you can't change the lens. You kind of just get what you get. The battery life is not that great. So for a lot of pros that you get with this, there's also a lot of shortcomings with it at the end of the day. Let me know what you think down below. Peace.